What are the best treatments to get done during the winter months if you want a major skin reset? Ooh-wee.
100% CO2.
So many people that still ask about the CO2s from like the early 90s that left that line of demarcation. They're fractionated now.
The skin is an organ. It heals really quickly. I mean, you can look bad for, 3-4 days. By the 5th or 6th day on a decently deep, your skin does start to change.
But if you could never have that or you're still too scared, Dermafix is the place where we have every step down on the planet.
And filler doesn't mean you're going to be overfilled or anything like that, but going for that more natural, a softer version of yourself is CO2.
AI coming back with Scarlet. So all of our patients love that Scarlet. It's back. Hey everybody, it's Erin Alonso from DermFX. How are you guys? We are here to talk about a winter reset. Well, you're with the two queens of CO2. So we actually got a question. What are the best treatments to get done during the winter months if you want a major skin reset?
Ooh-wee. 100% CO2.
We both love it. I mean, yes.
CO2 or Nouvaderm.
I love it. Yes. There's actually a few things you can do, right? Depending on the color of your skin. But getting that fresh skin, especially to get off all that dry, flaky stuff that all of us kind of get in the winter, it does give you such a nice reset. And I still like CO2 the best because it's a one and done.
I love your analogy of like, okay, picture it as a high performance vehicle or some motorcycle like a FXR. And you've got those revolutions per minute going. We as providers can push that horsepower in the laser as hard as we want, or we can kind of lay off the pedal a little bit. So we can definitely tailor it to you.
We termed the whole thing of having a light CO2. I know it because I was like, listen, if I don't want to speed with this thing, I don't have to. I can drive it 3 miles an hour. So you can have a CO2. Of course, it's not going to give you the results of a big one, but if you wanted to do a couple of them with less downtime, but still hitting that deeper, with that deeper wavelength, it's a wonderful way to reset the skin. I still love those. I've loved them, gosh, probably over 20 years, 25 years now. I still love them. But it's a lot to go through. So then there's the step downs.
You have to pay to play.
Right.
You have to pay to play. If you want to get the results, you have to go through the downtime.
Yeah.
I tell patients all the time when they say, well, can we just treat around the mouth or just around the eyes? I tell them, no, we need to do your whole entire face. You're going to go through the downtime anyways. Why don't you just go for it?
Right. Or I like to do the mouth twice and the face once. You're like, we can, but that would be the second time around where we're just hitting extra bad spots again.
And if you are a candidate for CO2, one time in your lifetime, at least one time, you've got to pull the trigger and do it. It's really not that bad. I have a story for you. I remember my first CO2 at Sunset. Christy was going to do my first CO2. And I remember numbing for like 2 hours and telling Christy, I said, do not let Erin in this room. She will burn my face off. Right. So then, Christy went somewhat hard, but not hard enough. And I really learned. I learned that I wanted it to go harder. And I came out and I'm talking to you and I said, Erin, I should have gone harder. And you go, Mama always knows. And it was the truth, because now when I do CO2s and I do them on myself or anything like that, then I want them to be hard. I want the result.
You want the result. So that's the thing too. But I do want to tell you guys too, because there's so many people that still ask about the CO2s from like the early 90s that left that line of demarcation. They're fractionated now. Way back in the day in the OR, it was like a full-on surgery that we used to do. We would completely remove the top layer of your skin, pack you up with gauze. You were like a bloody mess. We would like mummify you and you'd walk out the door like that and have like, I don't know, 2 weeks plus of downtime. And then some women would get a line of demarcation where this kind of looked waxy. Those don't exist anymore unless you're going to a doctor that's like 200 years old. Those lasers are gone. It doesn't happen anymore. We don't get worried about that because it's fractionated. I mean, it doesn't remove all of the skin, but instead what it does is it'll do microscopic holes where it makes a hole, leaves a space, makes a hole, leaves a space. But with that, as our skin heals, it pulls everything in together tighter. So we don't have to do it to the point where you're a bloody mess like that anymore.
Right. And it's a very tailored, computerized burn.
That's the other thing. I'm always screaming that too. It's a computerized burn. It's not like burning yourself in the oven. It's all done with a computer. So it's actually kind of weird. I remember one time I had it done and I was you have to wear Aquaphor, and I was showering off, and I remember, like, I had, like, this all of a sudden, like, water, like, in some, and I went out there, and the skin of my whole forehead was, like, coming off, but water had gotten into it first, and I was like, "Ah!" But it all just came off like one sheet like that, but the bottom was connected, and it was coming in like that, and it was such a weird.
And remembering too, the skin is an organ. It heals really quickly. I mean, you can look bad for, 3, 4 days. By the 5th or 6th day on a decently deep, your skin does start to change. And when it does turn that corner, it turns the corner quickly.
Right, and the other thing to keep in mind too that I don't think enough of us scream about, especially to all you whitey whites out there, it really is so preventative for skin cancers.
Absolutely.
If you don't wanna get cut on or sprayed anymore, it's such a great treatment. I love it. I mean, you just don't have to have all these procedures done. Like, who wouldn't just wanna be done with that?
And I think we're all
So
into trends too, and in aesthetics. And filler doesn't mean you're going to be overfilled or anything like that. But going for that more natural look and looking like
stimulating the
yourself.
collagen.
Yeah, a softer version of yourself is CO2. CO2 is the way to go.
I agree.
Resurfacing, do
I
it in
like
the
it too.
winter, get ready for the summer.
But if you could never have that or you're still too scared, Dermafex is the place where we have every step down on the planet. And I'm super excited about the Nouvaderm, which you can totally do. It's another laser, but you can even do it if you're olive complected or really dark. Totally fine. It's colorblind. It's awesome for you. And then the next thing that we have is AI coming back with Scarlet. So all of our
Pro.
patients love that Scarlet. It's back. So what are we going to do now? Scarlet has AI built into it. So
Non-insulated needles.
there we go. It's
Monopolar, bipolar. So I know that means nothing to you, but what it basically does, the monopolar dives deeper into the tissue, and it's more, it's like a uniform radio frequency that's delivered to the tissue, where the bipolar portion of it treats the surface. So for pores, spine lines, texture,
Yeah.
toning.
The other really cool thing, I don't even know if you know this, but the heat is bidirectional now. So
Oh,
it's
wow.
going
So
this
that's
way and that way. So you have 7 layers to the dermis. So as you're pulling that out, it's going.
And the downtime isn't really that bad
It's
for the
like
results that you
nothing.
get.
I couldn't believe the downtime is literally.
So happy it's coming
That's
back.
why I was the first one to be like, I don't believe it unless you bleed, you know?
Right.
And I'm like, no.
Hardcore all the way.
Yeah, but it's really amazing. So I think AI is really.
And those are really good
Interesting.
treatments to be pairing with other things too.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
Scarlet
yeah.
Pro, Morpheus 8, Nouvaderm. You're the right skin type. We can definitely pair those treatments.
All of those need to be paired with IPL, I think, because
Absolutely.
nothing is going to do color like IPL unless it's melasma. That's a whole different dog. But any other color, red or brown.
Rosacea, we
Oh,
got you.
rosacea, please, you guys be having IPLs if you've got rosacea.
And the good thing about
Please.
IPL, it's minimal downtime and it's pretty inexpensive. If you've never done anything for your skin, I always tell patients this is how you want to start.
That's exactly right. That's what I say. Do IPL. The other ones might be too underwhelming. Our CO2 might be too overwhelming. But
it's
if
a
you just
good
want
way
to
to
stick your
take care of your
toe
skin.
in the water, I love IPL for that too. So let's do it. I think just getting that skin prepped and ready and all the different things that you can do. And we definitely have ways, I think, to stimulate collagen on so many levels with one treatment that if you need to be somebody that's like, I can only do one thing one time, we've got you covered. If you want to be really
And it's not a one size fits all.
right, we can customize anything to anybody.
So that leads us into the consultation portion of it too. I mean, it is not a one size treats all. We can definitely tailor a treatment plan specifically for you and your wants and your needs.
Yeah, and your job and your budget. I mean, there's so many things that go into like, I like to know what people do for a living because if you're just at home, let's hit it, you know? And if you're somebody that's like, oh my gosh, I'm front facing all the time in HR or in court or in, you know, and then I'm like, ooh, okay, let's do a couple little weekend treatments and set them up and do it that way. So there's something for everybody and it's really cool. And I do love that lasers are kind of coming back around. I mean, we've been a huge laser place for 25 years with every modality under the sun. I guess beyond lasers, I just say laser generically, kind of like Botox or Kleenex, but anything that can tighten the skin and just rejuvenate you, we've got it. So
And I feel like sometimes patients don't know exactly what an IPL entails. So IPL is intense pulse light therapy. So basically it's a trifluid modality, right? So it goes after the hemoglobin, so your capillaries, so that's that rosacea. It goes after melanin, so pigmentation, and also stimulates collagen.
Yeah, that's the best one. I think anybody that's got red in their face, which is, there's more than half the population too has red, broken capillaries, veins that you need to get rid of. And a lot of people ask like, oh, well, what's the difference between like a BBL and an IPL? Well, we did so many treatments of the BBL and the IPL, and the reason that we stuck with IPL is that nothing hits the red like an IPL. The BBL was great for brown, but not great
And
for
we
red.
do them right at DermaFX.
Oh, we do.
We make sure you're walking out and you're feeling that sunburn sensation.
Yeah.
If you don't feel that, you have not gotten a good IPL.
Or people that say, oh, I've had IPL before and I didn't have any downtime. I'm like, oh, well, then you didn't have a real one.
Absolutely.
Well, let's try it again. Like, let's do a real one. So that's the other difference too, is we take the time to we really do want to make sure that our nurses are like very, very trained versus, I always call them monkey settings. Like, when the
monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want the monkey settings. Like, let's figure this machine out.
In there. I
I'm
feel like we're
let's do it.
cowgirls. You're a cowgirl.
Yeah,
I
for
try to
sure.
be a cowgirl too.
Yeah, we're gonna figure it out. I want to do, because I want the best for those patients. If they're gonna spend the money, and I want the best for them for sure.
And it's a win-win, because by doing the IPL, you want to protect your skin more. You definitely do.
Yeah,
It's a win-win.
Once you have
And
Yes,
winter's
certainly
not always the time to do treatments. I feel like too, I as a caveat to that, I tell people, look, is it ever not sunny in California? Unless you're taking some hardcore trip or vacation, you can
Right.
do a CO2 at any time.
Right.
If you want to invest in your skin and the health of your skin
Very
and
true.
free from skin cancer and all those things, then you need to put the work in. You need to go through the downtime. Anything that is hard is not going to be easy.
It's worth doing, yeah. And I mean, I think also lasers become where you can walk around with laser. The last time I walked around with laser, I actually walk around with CO2 because I just don't care and whatever. Every single person everybody was like, I want that. I was walking to Trader Joe's and every lady there was like, and nobody thought anything of the fact that I'm like completely coated in Aquaphor and oozy, disgusting, whatever. They were all just like, what is that? So I think it's not of the times where people don't know what's going on like before. So I don't know. I feel like you can walk around like that now and it not be like crazy. So I think you just have to decide when to do it, and you got to get it done. It's just
And commit. You have to commit.
one of those things. So, all right. Well, we hope that answered your question, and see you for the reset. Bye.